Hi everyone, two things I want to mention before the video starts. First is I hope everyone has a happy holidays. Stay safe if you're traveling and just have a great holiday. The second thing I want to mention is that I'm using a different mic for this video when I'm recording. So any feedback on the sound quality would be great. My other microphone in videos I would hear like a tapping. So hopefully this new microphone changes that. It sounds the same, maybe even a little better. So yeah, with that mentioned, let's just get right into the video. Yo, what is going on everybody? This is Mysticall, and today I'm bringing you a Mistweaver guide for patch 8.1. I'm going to be going through pretty much everything you need to know to hopefully be successful at Mistweaver Monk in patch 8.1. Some quick changes off the bat. Not much has changed. They nerfed our enveloping mist a little bit. We got a new trait that I've been practicing and just testing it out. We got Brace and Chill, which is additional healing, and I'll get into traits in a little bit. And we got Secret Infusion, pretty solid traits. I can't think of. They pruned two abilities actually. Fast Feet, which is fine. No one's used Fast Feet since like Legion, and they pruned Yu'lon's Gift, which is a little unfortunate. That's a regular talent in Legion that we expect into every game, and they made an honor talent, and some people didn't utilize it that much, so I guess they just got rid of it. I used it. I thought it was pretty useful. But those are pretty much the major changes. Not many changes have happened in Mistweaver in patch 8.1. We're going to talk about stats first. It's a popular question I get a lot. The stats you want. First of all, you want intellect. Intellect is your number one stat that you want. Outside of int, you're going to want versatility. Versatility increases your damage and healing, and reduces the damage you take. So that means when you have Crane up, you're always doing additional damage and healing. But it's really important with Crane because your damage is increased, that means your Crane damage can be increased, which means results in more healing. So you can see, more damage you do, more healing. And then it also decreases the damage you take, which is really good, because Mistweavers are notorious for getting swapped to, and if you could just survive like kidney shots or the storm bolts or the the DR stuns, they shouldn't be able to kill you because you have port rolls, stuff like that, unless it's like Walking Dead. But yeah, versatility, and then you're gonna want haste. Haste reduces the GCD on your abilities. It also increases the tick rate of your hots. You have Enveloping Mist, and you have Renewing Mist as your hots, so that's really important. And then you could go with Mastery if you want. You can go and then crit. Crit is cut in half in PvP, so it's really useless. You can see as a little template for you guys, I have 16% versatility, 16% haste. I could probably do a little bit better with the versatility. If I really want to stack versatility, I got a few pieces of gear in here that are straight verse, but you definitely want to also get some haste as well. You could gem, or you can gem for versatility, enchant for versatility, and then the enchant you want is versatile navigation. Yeah, those are the enchants, and then gem for versatility. You can do haste if you're low on haste and you got a good amount of versatility. That's fine too. Yeah, so let's get into talents. So this is basically what I'm using every game right here. Besides honor talent, we'll just hide that. So yeah, first row, Mist Wrap. It's just good, right? Increases Enveloping Mist healing and increases its duration. Enveloping Mist is our best heal. These two are useless for Mistweavers, so yeah, just stick with Mist Wrap. In the second row, Chi Torpedo almost every time in 2s and 3s. The only situations that take Tiger's Lust is against Frost Mages and Frost Decays, Unholy Decays, basically Death Knights. The reason is because against Death Knights, Yu'lon's Gift was really good. It was really good because you could just dispel the slow that they put, the Chains of Ice slow that they put on you. But you can't do that anymore. So Tiger's Lust, really good for when you roll away, they grip you back and Chains of Ice you. You can just Tiger's Lust, roll away, get behind a pillar. It's so good. I'm going to be coming out with games where it's just versus Walking Dead because I know it's popular now. And I've beaten every single, my team has beaten every single Walking Dead team. And they focused me the entire time. So third tier, Manatee. Manatee is just good. I mean, even if you're not playing Crane, it's just good. And now I have tried Life Cycles. If you're not playing Surging Mist, that's also good. But Manatee is just, it just feels better. It just feels better. It's awkward because it's on the GCD. One small change that they added in 8.1, you can't Manatee or Crane while hexed. I know, it's a weird change. It's actually a little bit of a nerf to us because while you're hexed, you could have saved the global on Mana Tea by just pressing it while like the last second of Hex, and then just come out with Crane. But yeah, that's a little nerf to us. In this tier, in the 1, 2, 3, 4th tier, Ring of Peace 95% of the time. Ring of Peace 95% of the time. You can interrupt people into the wall, just keep knocking them over and over again. You can interrupt, you can knock them out of, Earth Shield Totem. You can do a lot of things. You could, ring a piece of kidney on you or a teammate, ring a piece of bomb, interrupt a poly on you. So, yeah, Ring of Peace is a very versatile talent, which is why I like it. However, Song of Chi-Ji is solid. In 2s, if I'm playing against maybe any team where they're not going to sit me, I'm going to play Song, pretty much. It's really good. Song of Chi-Ji is really good. In 3s, I play it against like Boomies, teams with long cooldown kicks, but you're not going to get punished for overextending. So like Shadow Priest Boomy, I'll play Song of Chi-Ji. Shadow Priest Ellie, I'll probably play Song of Chi-Ji. Stuff like that, where you don't really get too punished for being overextended. I'll play Song of Chi-Ji. But if you're not comfortable with pushing in, just play Ring of Peace. It's just an overall solid talent. Diffuse in tier 5, I play mainly Diffuse and Healing Elixirs. Let me just talk about Dampen Harm. Dampen Harm is really good in 2s because it doesn't get affected by dampening. Same with Diffuse Magic. So these two are going to be your choices in 2s because neither of these get affected by dampening, right? It's just damage reduction. So against Warriors, Destruction Warlocks, classes with hard-hitting abilities, I'll play Dampen Harm in 2s. And then anything with magical damage, anything like that, I'll play Diffuse Magic. However, in 3s, it's mostly between Healing Elixir and Diffuse Magic. I like Diffuse Magic a lot versus, double caster teams. Frostmage Ellie, Boomy Shadow Priest, Boomy Ellie, stuff like that. And then basically versus anything else, I'm playing Healing Elixirs. So if it's double magical damage, Diffuse Magic in 3s. If not, just Healing Elixirs. In the, sixth? Yep, 6th tier. I haven't spec'd out of Summon Jade Serpent Statue once. Not a single time this expansion. So, yeah, it's just good. The healing output is just insane. It really is. And it keeps you in combat. I don't think it keeps you in combat long enough with for blind. But I'm pretty sure if you're running Relentless and you get blinded, it should keep you in combat. But that's also something that happens. So if you're trying to get a drink here and you pour LOS and you're sitting behind the pillar for like 5 or 6 seconds and you're like, why am I still in combat? It's because your statue is healing somebody. So reset your statue behind you so it doesn't heal anybody, and then you should be able to drink. That's something I just picked up on. It was really annoying at first, but it's, just reset the statue, you'll be fine. You'll be out of combat most of the time. In the final tier, Focus Thunder is just the best. Thunder Focus Tea now empowers your next 2 abilities. I mean, it's just good, right? It gives you, most of the time, you can use it for Rising Sun Kick during Crane. Thunder Focus Tea Enveloping Mist is also really good. Even Thunder Focus Tea Renewing Mist in the beginning of a match, really good. So, yeah, I mean, it's just really a solid talent. And now as far as PvP talents go, with the recent changes to 8.1, as far as Chrysalis, now reduce the cooldown left cocoon by 45 seconds. And the new Burst of Life reduces the cooldown of Bubble by 20 seconds. Now this is, I feel like it's going to get nerfed. Like, I really do think it's going to get nerfed. But if it doesn't, that's awesome for us. However, with that being said, Chrysalis, I feel, is a mandatory PvP talent. With a 55-second cocoon, you could rotate Crane and Cocoon just over and over. Just keep rotating them over and over. So yeah, Chrysalis. And then I like Surging Mist too. I know a lot of people have been watching Sea-Doo, and he doesn't play Surging Mist versus teams with double caster on them or spread pressure, which is fine. It works. It definitely works. However, I prefer Surging Mist. I like Surging Mist a lot. It gives me really strong single target healing. So I think these two are almost mandatory. So it just comes down to this final tier. So against Dot Cleaves, you can choose between Counteract Magic or Wear the Crane, whatever you are comfortable with. It doesn't matter what team you're playing on or playing against. If it's spread pressure and you want to do damage, you could be Crane. You could definitely be Crane. If you don't want to be Crane, just play Counteract Magic. That's fine too. If you're playing against melee, you kind of want Zen Focus Tea, but then again, you also want Crane. So I like playing Crane a lot. You could also opt to not play Chrysalis against double caster teams, Rock Leaves, and just play Counteract Magic Crane. That's fine too. This is definitely a setup I use kind of often, mainly because I love Counteract Magic a lot, and I love Crane. I just love Crane. So, it definitely depends on what you're playing against or what you are playing. Yeah, and against melee, I'd probably take, if it's a team that could probably swap to me, I'd probably play Zen Focus Tea Crane, or maybe Chrysalis Zen Focus Tea. Because if they could swap to me, like easily, if it's like Rogue, I don't want to play Crane because I have to push in, I have to roll. I have to roll in, right? I have to press Crane, and then they just swap to me in a kidney and I die. So, if it's a team that can swap too easily like that, you don't want to play Crane. You don't want to push in at all. So, yeah. So, basically, Chrysalis, Surging Mist, and then it's just this last one between, like, Zen Focus Tea, Counteract Magic, or Crane. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, let's talk about the healing rotation as far as Mistweavers. So, healing is actually pretty easy. By the way, I just put out a Way of the Crane guide, so I'm not going to go through the Way of the Crane in this video rotation because I have an entire video. I'm just going to do the basic healing rotation for you guys. So you want to start the matchup. You say, start the arena with just Thunder Focus Tea and Renewing Mist on people. The reason you want to do this is because it gets your hots rolling, and it's really good if you're playing Counteract Magic. It's like a super long Renewing Mist, so that's really good. And then outside of that, you're just using, for single target healing, you're using Surging Mist if they're not, too low. I mean, Surging Mist is really good, but how are you going to top somebody off when they're low is you're going to want to use Thunder Focus Tea and Enveloping Mist. So I'll wait until Thunder Focus Tea is off cooldown. All right, we got Thunder Focus Tea, and let's say I'm low. You just Thunder Focus Tea, Soothing Mist, Enveloping Mist, and then you just follow it up with 2 Searching Mists. And then I'm topped. Anyone's topped there. That's single target, So if someone's low, I'll say it again. Thunder Focus Tea, Enveloping, Surging. Now, if the other team has kicks available, you're going to want to obviously press Zen Focus Tea, and then it's instant, like it's guaranteed top, right? Like they can't kick you. Hopefully you've been stunned, so you're not in stun ER and they can't interrupt it, but that's pretty good. And then as far as spread pressure goes, there really isn't a rotation to it. You just use Searching Mist for your AoE or spread damage as well, and mostly you'll be using Crane for spread damage too. So yeah, stuff like that. You just deal with it with single target healing. We have so much output with Crane that it's kind of easy to top somebody with just a Rising Sun kick while Crane's up. So let's talk about the Azerite traits. We did get a new trait. It's called Secret Infusion. I have not spent much time, testing this out, but it feels really solid for both Crane and Renewing Mist. Enveloping Mist is okay because it creates, it's not bad, but the versatility from Rising Sun Kick and the haste from Renewing Mist is both super solid. But overall, you're going to want at least one. You need one Burst of Life. This is what gets the cooldown down, the Life Cocoon cooldown down to 55 seconds. You need Burst of Life. You need at least one Overflowing Mist. Enveloping Mist did get nerfed, but I mean, Overflowing Mist, even though I've only been running one, it still feels really solid. And then your third one can either be a second Overflowing Mist or one Secret Infusion. So I'll say that again. One Burst of Life, one Overflowing Mist, and then you can have either Secret Infusion or a second Overflowing Mist. Those are the traits you're going to want. And now we're going to talk about macros. I know some people ask me sometimes for my macros. So I have nothing fancy as far as macros go. I have a tier 5 that just swaps out my talents for tier 5. I have a tier 4 one that swaps out my tier 4 talents. Put that right there. It's showing. That's weird. All right, I'm going to have to change that. Don't look at that one. I have a paste spin. By the way, I'll put it in the description below for all my macros, all my Weakauras. Stop casting macros, nothing crazy. Statue, just so I can put it down without, cursor. I have the same thing for Ring of Peace right here. I can put Ring of Peace down. Oh. I don't know why that. Alright, I can put Ring of Peace down without having to target it. I have a provoke macro right here. I'm going a little bit fast with these macros because I have them all. These just taunt pets. And then I have a life cocoon macro right here. Right here. Nope, right here. This is the big life cocoon macro that only gets used on people that are living. So you can see if I'm not targeting anybody, see I'm not targeting anybody up here. And I press my macro. My cocoon doesn't go off. The toys go off, but the cocoon doesn't go off. Now if I'm targeting somebody right here, life cocoon will go off. So it's actually more useful in RBGs than Arena, because if someone dies, I mean, it's pretty much over. Mistweavers are mostly about positioning than anything else. Healing is super easy on a Mistweaver. You just have to know how to position, you know, use your Soothing Mist as best you can, you know, keep your hots up, Surging Mist, you know, to keep them up. You can juke with there pretty easily if you have enough haste. So, yeah, that's like the most important thing is being able to juke the interrupts. And that's pretty much it, team. I don't know. Those are some common questions I get. There's not a lot of tips and tricks I could really. I got a question about like rolling backwards, but I mean you just press back pedal and roll backwards. I went through I have a whole video on Way the Crane, so we don't need to worry about Way the Crane. You're gonna want to Way the Crane after you get DR'd. So like in twos, if you're playing against like Disc Priest Hunter, wait until they trap fear you and then press Crane. You don't want to roll in with Crane, press it, and then get feared into trap. You know, wait for DRs and then just reposition. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. If you got any questions, you know, just let me know. Just put it down in the comment section. I am going home tonight. I'm traveling, and I have 14 days of doing nothing besides respond to YouTube comments and playing WoW. I mean, that's what I'm doing. So if you guys have any questions, I will be able to respond to you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, and I'll see you later. Thank you.